New Thought Media Network. We are a global broadcast network of positive music, media, and entertainment, inspiring humanity's evolution along the journey of enlightenment and creating a world of love, peace, empowerment, and prosperity for all. New Thought Media Network. Positively inspiring. We invite you to join our prayer broadcast every day at 8:15 a.m. and 8:15 p.m. Mountain Time. Send us your prayer requests or schedule a private prayer session by emailing prayer@ntmedia.org. And now, it's time to pray together.
Hello, folks. Welcome to morning prayer for Monday, March 3rd, 2025. My name is Muro. My pronouns are he and him. I'm a prayer practitioner here on the New Thought Media Network, and I am delighted and honored to be able to spend time with you in prayer. It's just such a glorious way for me to start my day. And I hope it's a glorious way for you to either start or continue your day. So, if there is anything that you would like prayer for today, by all means, do let me know. You can put something into the comments if you'd like, or you can send a prayer request here at prayer@ntmedia.org. Oh, hello, Garrett. Good to see you. Always good to see Garrett. Okay, so let me see. Where was I? Oh, yeah. Prayer requests. So if you have a prayer request, by all means, as I said, either in the comments or to this email address. And you could also be asking for a prayer session with a practitioner. You can even ask for a specific person, anyone that you've heard on the network before, praying that you would like to pray with. By all means, let them know in that email. All right. So today, I wanted to share this with you. It's a quote from the Dalai Lama. And he said, if you want others to be happy, practice compassion. If you want to be happy, practice compassion. So, how often do we think about the idea of compassion? We talk about the importance of it, certainly. But what does it mean to be compassionate? According to the dictionary, there's a really important aspect of compassion. There's two aspects to it. One, that is a consciousness, all right? Because we're able to see that someone is suffering, or we're able to see that someone is dealing with things that are difficult. But the other part of it is a desire to alleviate that suffering. So it's a call to action. Right? Compassion is both consciousness and a call to action. So when you look at it from that perspective, it's a lot like treat and move your feet. So I'll invite you to consider what compassion means in your life, in terms of compassion that you express to others, compassion that has been expressed for you, or for your loved ones. So let's take this into prayer. I'll invite you to close your eyes, soften your gaze, whichever is comfortable and safe for you to do, but allow yourself to truly be present. This is a gift that each of us can give to ourselves, this gift of being present, this gift of being undisturbed by the noise, uninterrupted by the circumstances and conditions that exist around us, and going within. All of the answers to what is going on outside lies within. It is within that we have that connection to the One, that we can feel God's grace and God's love, and yes, God's compassion are here. And the most wonderful thing about this is that as compassion is that consciousness and that call to action, it's one that loving spirit takes all the time. Loving spirit is, of course, conscious of all that goes on, because nothing is outside of God. Nothing is outside of Gaia, Allah, the universe. So all that happens within its purview, within its understanding, within its knowledge. As far as the call to action, it's a never-ceasing flow. God is always providing for us, always our source and always our supply. So I take that knowledge and I allow that knowledge to fortify me. I recognize that I am the recipient of this magnificent love and compassion. And so my desire to be a place where the light and the love of God shines in this world says that compassion is going to be an important part of that. And so I start with compassion for myself, recognizing that I am going to stumble, I am going to trip, I am going to fall, and I am going to fall hard at times. But I also know that I'm going to rise up again. I'm going to get back up on my feet. I'm going to dust myself off, and I'm going to keep going because I have the strength of God within me. Because I can surrender to that power and that presence. I can recognize that I'm not making errors. I'm learning. I can recognize that the very act of learning and the very act of growing can be difficult and even can be painful at times. But it is what allows me to become more fully who and whose I am. And so as I take that compassion for myself, it provides an ability for me to provide passion for others. It allows me to understand. It allows me to seek to understand. It allows me to recognize that there is a reason to understand. And it allows me to relate. Being able to relate to another person at any level makes it far more likely that you would be able to communicate with that person. And through that communication, it's far more likely that you'll be able to provide some sort of understanding, not of yourself, but of them, to learn, to see what is there. And then to be able to act accordingly. When we see others in pain, we naturally want to be able to alleviate their suffering. And we often can do that. There are times that we cannot do that from a physical sense, but we can certainly do that from a metaphysical sense, from an emotional sense, from a spiritual sense. And so we provide what we can in whatever way that we can, so that we can bring the most, the greatest, the best possible experience, not only to our own lives, but also to those of others, to the best of our ability, recognizing that all of our abilities are fortified, are created, and are magnified magnificently by the One. And so today, my prayer is a prayer from and of compassion. Compassion for myself so that I can always be open to learning and growing. Compassion for others, knowing that each of us has our unique path. Each of us has our unique ability to provide something in this world that no one else can. And each of us is the beloved of the divine. Each of us is one with and in and of the divine. And so in that knowledge, I gratefully, thankfully, and joyfully release this word, knowing that as I have spoken, this is indeed the truth that has gone into the law which always says yes. And so it is. Compassion is a practice. It is not something that necessarily is simple, not necessarily something that is our first go-to, but it is something that can be grown, if you will. It can be cultivated. So the more that we practice compassion, the better at it we are. The more that we are able to take the energy of love and allow that to work with the individual in front of us, with the community in front of us, with the country in front of us, with the world in front of us. That is my prayer for today. So I will invite you to consider a couple of other shows that are appearing today on the New Thought Media Network. Of course, there's the Morning Sip, immediately following this prayer with Rev. Melissa. 11 a.m. Mountain Time, Practical Prayer Broadcast. And at 1 p.m. Mountain Time, Your Doula for Grief with Practitioner and magnificent person, Bonnie Gonzalez. So, do what you can today to practice compassion for yourself, to practice compassion for others, and to know without a doubt that you are loved. Oh, my goodness. And you are loved. No question about it. See you soon. Namaste.
On behalf of everyone at New Thought Media Network, thank you for being a member of our virtual family. Your financial contributions help share the New Thought message with people from around the world. Please visit and contribute at www.ntmedia.org/donate. New Thought Media Network. Come be you. And please like, share, and subscribe. Until next time, peace and blessings. On behalf of the New Thought Media Network, thank you for being with us for this special prayer broadcast. We look forward to being with you again soon, 8:15 a.m. or 8:15 p.m. Mountain Time Until then.